He comes from a lineage of great sages, yogis, and saints from India. He began his spiritual journey at the age of 7 and was fully realized by the age of 14. During this time, he delved into different practices and acquired mastery over Tantra, Mantra, Yantra, Aghori practices, and Yaksha sadhana. He was a siddha, and many masters, saints, and sages used to visit him in solitude to gain wisdom and guidance from him since the tender age. Although he has been helping humanity since childhood, he never disclosed this part of him to the world, and only the advanced yogis and masters were aware of his divine presence. Only in the last 2 years he chose few people from the world and started guiding them in their spiritual paths, and those who have been closely associated with him have witnessed many miracles in his presence. Despite being a family person, he is a yogi and intends to help people entangled in this world achieve Jivan Mukti, liberation while being alive. He is truly in the world but not of the world, and if you really want to understand him, look him beyond his physical appearance and just sit with him, and you will never be the same again. In his presence you will transcend your body and mind and experience the state of Sat, absolute truth, Chit, pure consciousness, Ananda, eternal bliss. Let us fold our hands in front of his divinity and with a heart filled with gratitude and love welcome our spiritual guru, the realized soul, and our enlightened master, Guru Meenakshi Mishra.
ॐ वन्दे देवमापतिं सुरगुरुं वन्दे जगत्कारणं वन्दे पन्नगभूषणं मृगधरं वन्दे पशूनां पतिं वन्दे सूर्यशशाङ्कवह्निनयनं वन्दे मुकुन्दप्रियं वन्दे भक्तजनाश्रय च वरदं वन्दे शिवं शङ्करम् ॐ असतो मा सद्गमय तमसो मा ज्योतिर्गमय मृत्योर्मामृतं गमय सर्वे सन्तु निरामय सर्वे भद्राणि पश्यन्तु मा कश्चित् दुःखभाग् भवेत्। ॐ शान्ति शान्ति शान्तिः। अहम ब्रह्मास्मि। So good morning everyone. स्वागत है सभी का to the third episode of what we started. So episode going on. So how many of you remember what we talked last time? At least the major points or at least the pointers. क्या याद है? So you forgot or you remember? कुछ भी याद नहीं. So whatever you have remembered or whatever is still there in your memory, if you can just type a few things in that. So we know that you have not missed it. So is anybody typing or shall I continue ahead? You know, the best part is when last Q&A session, I was talking about like we should start speaking about the females. What I'm seeing on my screen is all females only, except Kamlender ji, who is in the little bit of darkness, who is not very clear. All the faces that I see is females. Good. And don't worry, for you people, those who I've asked to send me the list of females on whom we should talk, you have not given. Abhaji has given me a long list from Ramcharitmanas itself. So good. So might be next time we will start off with that. Okay, so the answers have come from cry because he has found me. My forgetfulness is not an error. That's why I know that I am in hiding. I cry because I know he found me. Okay, good. Chalo, dhanyawad. So let's begin from there then. So this was from Aliva ji. So at least a recap ho gaya hoga. So what all we started. But now I'm going to bring up something so profound that might set the tone for this entire session. And at the same time, awake you. It is said that I would begin with a small little incident. Okay. So there was this family who used to go to Maharishi Ashram. Okay. So every time they used to go there, the kids were small. So what generally happens? The parents are sitting and listening to the satsang, the kids sleep off. So in the lap of the mother, they sleep off. So they kept on coming, and like for months and months and years and years. They used to come because early morning satsang, kids used to sleep. So every time that happened, one fine day, what happens is just about the satsang is about to begin. And this kid did some mischief or something. Her mother was about to beat him up. The moment the mother was about to beat him up, the kid looks at him and says, first find out who is angry. You know what is Ramana Maharshi's teaching? Who am I? Who am I? Neti, neti. So the kid wakes, the mother when he is angry and about to beat, the kid wakes, what? Stop, stop. First tell me, who is angry? And that moment the mother stopped. Now, is a small incident. But what is the indication there? The indication is very simple. At times people look, they are sleeping, but they are listening. And then we have the other way around. Those who are sleeping and awake, and those who are awake and yet sleeping. So हम किस category में गिरते हैं? So which category do we fall in? Are we awake and listening, or sleeping and listening? But that listening is awakening me or making me go to sleep is the question. So that's where this talk begins, but I would like to intensify it further. Generally, throughout the week, when you go back to this world, people all around you, right? Situations all around you, people all around you, things happening. Something's happening as per your wish, something does not. And many a times we get into a place where we don't have an answer, like how to deal with that situation. There could be anything, because every single day things happen. And at times we feel like we don't have an answer. How to really deal with this situation? How many of you have gone through that? Or rather you go through every single day कि इस चीज को क्या करूं? Because there are certain things that you cannot throw away from your life. They are a constant part of your life. And despite they being a constant part of your life, you cannot throw them out. But at the same time, how to deal with them? And especially, thorns are near the roses only. है ना? कांटा किस में होता है? जहां गुलाब होता है वही कांटा होता है. So how to deal with that is the greatest question that actually was just asked to me just 2 days ago by somebody. And I was sitting there and I was eating food, and then this talk appeared. So I would like to start there so that it creates the entire base of it. वो कहते हैं ना कि जब तक पहले दर्द को ठीक करो, फिर बॉडी को बिल्ड करो. If you have a pain, you cannot go to the build something up. So when he asked like how to deal, it's such a situation, I don't know how to deal with it. I kept on listening. And like once we start telling, you keep on telling, just like me. So I started listening. Then finally I said, so you're worried about so many things, so many people, so many things happening at office might be, so many things happening in life, with kids, with boss, might be with your family, might be outsiders, might be neighbors. There are so many problems that you go through. But let me ask you a right question. If you can understand this, this would shift everything for you in one moment. And he said, so what is that can change everything for me in a moment? And I said, if you can ask this question to your own self, that one question that you can ask every single time, when you think people don't support you, when you think like they have kept you aside, aloof, alag kar diya aapko, they have not listening to you, not taking care of you, whatever. जब भी ऐसा परिस्थिति आए आपके जीवन में, whenever this comes, the only one question that you should be thinking of is, who is it? Who is with you when no one is with you? आपके साथ कौन होता है जब आपके साथ कोई नहीं होता? कौन है वो? Did you saw? Like in that only single one statement, you actually ran into a space where you are still thinking exactly who is that. Take a moment, because this would be the greatest discovery that you can ever have. Think for a moment and just say, who is there with you when no one is there? And don't worry, I'm going to ask another question. It's not only that who is there with you when no one is there. I ask, who will be there with you when nobody is there with you? जब कोई भी आपके साथ नहीं होगा तो आपके साथ कौन होगा? Then I would ask another question. Who was with you when no one was with you? तो आपके साथ कौन था जब आपके साथ कोई नहीं था? Can you see that one single statement, whether you say I, whether you say God or Prabhu or Bhagwan, आप किसी भी नाम से कह सकते हो उसको, राइट? जब कोई नहीं होता, मैं अपने साथ होता हूं. बट आई हैव सीन मेनी टाइम्स you don't live with your own self. You live with the thoughts of all the other things, but you never live with your own self. But there is one who always is there with you. Who is that? जब कोई नहीं था वो आपके साथ था, जब कोई नहीं है वो आपके साथ है, जब कोई नहीं होगा तब भी वो साथ होगा. Because what I believe myself is this body, because this body was not there. This body is now here, but might be down the line few years it won't be there. So who will be there with you? तो कौन है? And when I look at this, I simply say the people that you see were not here with few years ago, will not be there after few years. But who has been, is and will be with you always. अगर ये एक प्रश्न पूछ सको ना अपने आप से, your connection with the divine would be so profound and so easy. Because in that moment you will actually see, अगर आप ये भी कहते हो कि मैं होता हूं अपने साथ, I am with myself, who is that I am then? कौन है वो I? I have never seen a dead body saying, I am dead. Have you heard anyone? Not even in movies. Because the I cannot be dead. Who is that I then? The one that was before the body, the one is with the body and will be beyond this body. कौन है वो? याद नहीं है? So let me remind you, if you have forgotten. Now let's say there are two people in a relationship and they both love each other. Okay? Down the line, one forgets and moved out. एक भूल के चला जाता है, कुछ भी याद नहीं रखता, छोड़ देता है सब कुछ. And there is one more who lives in that love. किसका प्यार बड़ा है? जो भूल के चला गया, the one who forgot, और जिसे याद रहा. Please type. I want to hear or at least see what you believe in. Because I can believe many things, but what do you believe? If I say one is the one, the first one is the one who forgot, the second one is who remembers. Oh my goodness. So you think like me. Very good. I was of the same opinion. That उसका प्रेम ज्यादा होगा जिसने उस प्रेम में रह गया, जो like the one who lived in that love was the one. You believe that, right? So let me ask you the question. Who still loves you and whom have you forgotten? Hello. कौन आपको अभी भी प्रेम करता है लेकिन आप उसे बार बार भूल जाते हो? Whom do you keep on forgetting and you need a reminder? You keep an alarm that at 5 a.m. I will start loving him again. कौन है वो? तो किसका प्रेम बड़ा? Of course, जिसको याद रहा, that's what you said. So ये बताओ, आप भूल जाते हो, क्या वो भूलता है? You keep on forgetting, but does it? Now you just think of, we keep on forgetting him who has loved us all together and are running behind those who are temporary, those who will forget us. What a beautiful way of loving, right? Now tell me, the first one did the true love or the second one? किसका प्रेम सच्चा था? First one. The one who forgot, you want to say? The first one is the one who forgot. The second one was the one who remembered. So किसका प्रेम बड़ा हुआ? So with this thought, yes, who always remembers? So with this question, when I ask you this, like, whom you should be in love with? I don't say that you should not love your family, not your kids. I don't say you should not love the things that you do. I don't say that should not love the things that you create. You should. You should. But with the remembrance, who is loving you all together. Your gold won't love you. Your home would not love you. Your vehicles would not love you. Now, how many times have you seen somebody when a mobile phone is stolen from them? How they become crazy running after that? होता है ना? You see people going crazy, मेरा phone चोरी हो गया. Now, how the God must be thinking about you? You were its greatest possession. और आप उसे भूल गए. We cannot take that our kids forget us. But we take it for granted that the creator, वो है. So what to do now? The option is very clear. If you remember that who was with you and who is with you when no one is there, you will get an enormous amount of confidence that ये जितने सारे चीजें हो रहे हैं ना आसपास, एंड इफ एवरीथिंग गोज अवे फ्रॉम मी, इट इज नॉट गोइंग अवे। आपसे सब कुछ भी छूट जाए तो वो आपसे नहीं छूटने वाला। बट लेट मी आस्क यू दिस क्वेश्चन अगेन, हु इज पावरफुल? The one that is going away from you, or the one you want to connect with? Which one? Who is more powerful? Because what all is getting lost from your side is also is created by the same. So the connection that you create with that divine should be paramount. कैसे करोगे? देखो, in life there would always be options, choices. Always choose God, because He has every single time He has chosen you. Every single time, unconditionally. And there are people, those who close the doors for God. And when they close the doors for the God, they think like, I don't need him anymore. So they close the doors, but they forgot that even the door is God. The hands that close the door is still the God. The knob that you use to lock the door is also the God. So wherever in your life there is a choice that you have to make, choose God, because everything will go away except that one being. So whom should you choose? The one who has always been with you? Or you will be worried. See, we are worried pleasing the people all around us. But what about it? And the best part, have you ever heard any God saying, Meri puja kar? You have gone to so many temples, you have gone to so many places, you have visited so many things. Has any God told you ki you should do arti of me, you should touch my feet, you should bow down before me, you should do all these things before me? कभी सुना है आबाजी? कभी सुना है कि कृष्ण ने कहा कि आके मेरी पूजा कर? No, that makes him God. What is not there with it that you can give actually? वो झुकाना चाहे तो झुका दे, वो उठाना चाहे तो उठा दे. So he has never asked anything. You remember the same tree? The kid was sitting in front of the tree, and when he was looking at the tree, and he said, "What is the truth?" And the tree dropped a fruit and then kept quiet. If you now just analyze the same thing that I am saying, what is your God done? He has just dropped the fruit and sitting in silence. Yes or yes? Yes. वो दे दिया और भूल गया. So whom you should choose? जो लेने के बाद हिसाब रखते हैं या जो देने के बाद हिसाब रखते हैं, उनको याद रखोगे. And I keep on saying one thing, there is only one place where God forgets you: after giving that what he has given you. That makes him God. वो दे के भूल जाता है और हम लेके भूल जाते हैं. That's the difference, right? He gives and forgets, we take and forget. Just look at all the things that you see all around. The beautiful home that you sit in, the beautiful body might be that you have. Everything that is accessible to you, all the comforts that you have, किसका दिया हुआ है? And more the comfort, the more we forget. शरीर का तब तक ध्यान नहीं रहता जब तक शरीर में दर्द नहीं होता. डू यू एग्री? वी डोंट इवन थिंक ऑफ द बॉडी अंटिल वी हैव पेन इन द बॉडी. है कि नहीं? और इट इज जस्ट माई थॉट. You don't think of your breath until you have a trouble breathing. So in good times and in tough times, you have choices. Always choose God. Will these three questions be a reminder to you? Even if you don't want to have three questions, that one question at least. कभी भी कोई परिस्थिति आए, any situation that comes, what will happen? Everything will be taken away from you, right? हाँ, तो ले जाना. जिसने दिया था वो फिर भर देगा. The one who has given me all this will again fill me up with that. What's the choice? Simple question. Who is with you when no one is with you? मेरे साथ कौन होता है जब कोई नहीं होता? मेरे साथ कौन होगा जब कोई नहीं होगा? क्योंकि सब जानते हैं कि मृत्यु पश्चात, लाइक द मोमेंट somebody dies, पहले निकालो इनको. और नाम से भी नहीं बुलाते तब. So please take it out first. People tend to remember for some time, then they keep on forgetting the things, right? That's how life goes on. But the thing is, what about you? ये मत सोचो कि आप जाके आ गए, आप भी जाओगे. You will also go. But in that space, who will be with you? There is a Arabic small little narration. One man was going in the desert on a camel, and suddenly the camel hit on something. And when the person came down to see what the camel hit on, when he removed, he found a big stone on which it was written, I am king. I am the owner of this land. I have all this. I have these many soldiers and all these things is written on the stone. But where is the king now? Where would be this few years down the line? But don't worry, I am not trying to push you into Vairagya, And neither I'm trying to push you into Vairagya, but I'm just giving you tools that would bring you out of situations that you pull you down. जो आपको खींच लेते हैं ना, जो सारे situations, you will be coming out of that. That's the only thing that I'm doing. So the question याद रह गया? Who is with you? Who is with you when no one is with you? जब मेरे साथ कोई नहीं होता तो कौन होता है? And that very moment you will actually listen it speaking. मैं हूं. I am. And how many of you actually didn't heard it but you felt it? The question itself is so profound. खाली ये पूछ के देखो और आंसर अपने आप आएगा. So who is near to you, who is far off from you? So as this space of detachment from the world has happened, now I can begin. Detachment is not throwing away. Detachment is bringing it back to you. Ekam anekam bhavati, anekam ekam bhavatu. May that everything that I have spread out come back as a core and I experience it to its true essence. So are we ready for the start of it? Good. So let's begin then. Please close your eyes once. experience that knock, that sound, that beating of your heart that is happening within you. And what is that sound? What is that sound? Is the sound is nothing else but the God knocking from inside. Or up, you can open eyes and let me go through this now. Let me start, like, because we have discussed all these things, now I believe we can go back. This stream should return to its source. That's what I call the homeward river. मतलब जो नदी जो अपने समंदर की तरफ चलने लगी है. So when I say like the homebound river or the homeward river, we all know eventually every river returns to the ocean. And be assured that every soul must return to its source as well. And don't worry, you keep on saying that I keep on forgetting. You might take turns and twists and ups and downs and creeps and slides. You go all that. You may take all that turns. But the pull is always homeward. And this is what I call as the sacred gravity of God. But the sacred gravity of God is always pulling the soul back towards it. And in that moment, whenever you are even derailing yourself, going back and forth and coming again, coming back to this space, still remember, you are always running towards that. Because that pull that you feel, that's what I call as the gravity of God. If there is a gravitational pull of the earth, why can't there be a gravity of God? So what is pulling you is nothing else but the gravity of God. Your restlessness, at times we become very, very restless. कितनों को ये प्रॉब्लम है? अरे आज पूजा नहीं हुआ, आज ये नहीं कर पाया, आज मंत्र नहीं हुआ, आज जाप नहीं हुआ, आज नहा नहीं पाया, आज खा नहीं. You have this problem? So let me free you from that also. But that should not become an excuse, right? Because that's why I gave a star mark initially. There would always be choice, choose God. There would always be choice not to do puja, but do puja. There would always be a choice not to go to the temple, but go to the temple. There would always be a million reasons that you should sleep today a little bit more rather than going there and folding your hands, but choose to go there and fold your hands. कर्म का सिद्धांत क्या है? What is the karma siddhanta? Karma siddhanta is based on what you have done, the destiny is formed. जैसे अभी, like whatever is happening to you right now is based on your past karma. So that means your karma came first, thereafter came your destiny. And people keep on saying destiny, destiny, destiny. I said what you did is coming as destiny. What you do now will become your destiny next. So if you choose to fold your hands now, it will always hold your hand. I'm not saying that it won't hold your hand if you don't fold your hand. It's not that. But the thing is, there are millions of gyms in this world. We know we should go, but we don't. जानते हैं जाना चाहिए, लेकिन जाते नहीं है. But here in this case, how many of you believe that you will be beyond this body? I remember one good story now. Story time. You all know Raman Maharshi, right? I don't know, like why I'm keeping on saying all this Raman Maharshi, because I saw a photo right now. Just before I was about to start this session, somebody sent the photo of Arunachala and this is, we are going for darshan now. I said, wow. So there is a beautiful thing that Raman Maharshi once was happened in the life of Raman Maharshi. Uh, Raman Maharshi had a sister, a sister and a brother. Now, the sister of Raman Maharshi, she was so devoted to Lord, like Raman Maharshi, that she only sees God in him. She always sees God in him. वो कभी भी उनको उनके पास आते हैं ना, हाथ जोड़ के बैठ जाती है भगवान कहते के. She calls her भगवान. But Raman Maharshi always treats him as his younger sister. जैसे एक बड़ा भाई, like elder sister would treat, रमन महर्षि हमेशा उसको वैसे ही बात करते हैं, as if he she is, वो है. सो आप कैसे अपने, अगर कोई सिस्टर है या ब्रदर है, आप उसे कैसे बात करोगे? रमन महर्षि यूज्ड टू टॉक टू हर जस्ट दैट वे, बट दिस सिस्टर वुड ऑलवेज लुक एट हिम एज भगवान. एंड रमन महर्षि ब्रदर, रमन महर्षि looks very soft, very simple, very मतलब fragile, right? And his brother was pretty tough. Means he would, वो कहते थे, like somewhere I've read, he would, like, if he speaks fire. People would always be fearful for him, means because he's very strict. But the moment he comes before Ramana Maharshi, his hands all automatically gets folded, he goes down. So we all know that Ramana Maharshi got the sarcoma in his mouth, right? Sarcoma मतलब cancer हो गया था उनको. So when the devotees learned that he has developed sarcoma, all the devotees tried to convince him to go to the hospital, to get it treated, to get it done, the things right. Everybody was behind that. But Ramavarsi clearly said, don't interfere in it. But devotees are no less than lovers. They won't leave it. They keep on nagging him again and again and again and again and again. But every time he denied. Then they thought of an idea. They thought that Raman Maharshi's sister is the one whom Bhagwan listens to very closely, because he treats him as his younger sister. So they called her and started telling her that, why don't you do the prarthana, that he should go to the physician, he should go to the doctor, he should get it treated. And more than that, in his presence, so many people have gotten cured. He just needs to take a sankalpa and he would cure himself. Please ask him to do that. First, she was hesitant. She says, I don't know how to tell it, because for me, he is the God. How can I tell God? But they said, if you don't tell God, your God will not be here. Then, somehow convinced, she goes and she sits. And she does not sit in front. You see, because she is the sister of Bhagwan, she will not sit at the front row or by her side. She just sits among the crowd wherever the place is there. Just folds her hands and looks at him like saying, Bhagwan. Now just think of what a relationship this could be. One sees a sister close to him, the other one sees him as the Bhagwan. And she was just folding her hands and just looking at him. And Raman Maharshi, it is like whomever he sees, they can ask the question or they can come near to him, or such kind of arrangement might have been there. So finally what happened is Raman Maharshi's eyes fell on his sister. And when the sister saw that the entire focus in her, she said, can I come? Then Raman Maharshi says, okay, come. And she goes and she sits at the feet of Raman Maharshi, folds her hands and says, I have a prayer. can I do a prayer for you? Can I pray something to you? And Raman Maharshi smiled and said, yeah, you can ask anything. What do you want? Then she said, my prayer is that you please go to the doctor. You please go to the doctor and get cured and all those things. Then Raman Maharshi kept quiet for some time and suddenly started smiling. And Raman Maharshi said, but there is one problem. I can go to the doctor, I can get it cured, but there is one problem. Then he said, what is the problem? Tell us, we will solve that. Now, the problem is, before I go to the physician or the doctor, I should first have the idea that I am the body. I should first think that I am this body, then I should think that there is a problem in the body, and in order to think, I should first have a mind. I don't have any of this. From where should I get it? This is called as the transcendence of the body. The one who is in that true self, no, they have gone so far apart from these things that it does not matter to them any further. Now, how profound that statement could be, just think of. First of all, I should think that I am the body. I should accept that I am the body. और यहाँ क्या है? हम छोड़ ही नहीं पाते. We are not able to just forget this body for a moment. What realization, what awakening. And if that is not awakening, then what could be? But looking at that, people can ask then, does he think like he is separate from that? If he says Advaita, if God is everything, so does he say that the body is not the God? The answer that he could have told, because nobody asked him. But if you ask me, I can give you a very simple answer. I can simply say that if you say like, he does not accept the body, does that mean he is not accepting that Brahman, that is the body? Because हमारे उपनिषदों में क्या है, जब आप खाना खाते, when you go and eat the food, what do you say? जब आप पानी, when जो जिसको कहते हैं ना कि आप जब you offer it to the Brahman, आप क्या कहते हो? That annam brahmam, jalam brahmam. That's the anna that is going to eat is Brahman. The water that is being spread is Brahman. The one who is seeing is the Brahman. Who is going to eat it is the Brahman. Who is going to digest that is the Brahman. And what it is going to become is the Brahman. ये मंत्र है हमारा. और वहां पे क्या कहा जाता है? So that the Raman Maharshi don't believe that that body is also God. Then the simple answer that he could see is, if that body is the God and the God wants that, why should I become a roadblock in it? Now the terrifying question comes. So shall we not go to the doctor? You should go to the doctor until you have realized, or you can say that day, first of all, I should have the idea that I am the body. जब तक वहां नहीं पहुंचते, तब तक डॉक्टर के पास जाओ, मेडिसिन खाओ, सब करो. Why? Because you remember, you get worried. Oh my God, Raman Maharshi was so enlightened, but about me, I'm not able to forget this body. What should I do? That's what I was asking. When you get, oh my God, what's happening? What's happening? What's happening? जब परेशान हो जाते हो ना, उसके लिए उत्तर देना चाहता हूं. And that the entire story was being told because of that only. So when you feel that restlessness within you, remember, your restlessness is the ripple of the river. जैसे नदी बहने के समय उछलती है, It becomes restless. It's just like that. And in the next statement, इसको बड़े ध्यान से सुनना जो मैं कहने जा रहा हूं अभी. Your restlessness is the ripple of the river aching to dissolve into the divine ocean. ये उछल कूद तो कर रहा है. It is becoming restless, but it is always running towards that. Why is this restlessness? This restlessness is there because the calling is very tough now. I cannot ignore it. मैं इसे भुला नहीं पाता हूं. And you know what you all do to forget God? You go into the world. फिर भी भुला नहीं पाते हो. आप ये मुझे कहते हो, you always keep on saying that when we are here, we remember God, but when we go into the world, we forget God. I say, can you really? Turn the tables now. What is the turning of the table? Remember one statement that I'm going to give you. अब तक ये कहते थे, I try to seek God, but I am getting lost in the world. Now tell me one thing. Just table turns. The first statement was, I want to seek God, but I get lost in the world. Now say, I want to get lost in the world, but the God does not forgive me. Like God does not forget me. वो मुझे भूलता ही नहीं है, क्योंकि मैं संसार में कितने तरीके से भी चला जाऊं, एक बार दो बार में फिर याद कर लेता है. Throughout the day, how much you lost in the worldly things, for a moment even, you will connect back to the divine. Yes or no? So what should be a reminder to that? मैं चाहे कितना भी संसार में डूबने की कोशिश करूं, वो हर बार बचा लेता है. Every single time he holds my hand. If you just turn this twist, you just turn this around, is it not easy to be in this world? इस यकीन के साथ, in that, वो जो विश्वास कहते हो ना, like the trust that you should build, that even though I go into the world every single time, it's always holding my hand. अब करते रहो उछल कूद. Keep on jumping. So what is that feeling that, oh, आज पूजा नहीं हो पाई? It's a good feeling actually. You get restless, but that's a good thing. But even in that restlessness, खुश हो जाना. You should be happy. Remembering only one thing. Look at him. I could not do the puja and he is becoming restless. If you say, I am with me when no one is with me, who is that I? The I must be the divine, and the I is restless today. So who is restless because you could not do the puja today? मैं बार बार यही कहता हूं. आपको लगता है कि आपने प्रेम किया है. कुछ भी नहीं किया आपने. हमेशा से वही करता आ रहा है. It has always been his side. Her side. He is her. I don't know what you call it. Now just think of, it's like just always sitting at your doors, waiting for you. And at times when you don't come out, he knocks on the door. Are you still there? And in every beat, he's knocking at your door. Come back, come back, come back. So would that restlessness make you worried? Or in that moment of restlessness, you just close your eyes for a moment and said, don't worry, I know you are restless today. अगर मेरी पूजा तुझे इतनी पसंद है ना, सामर्थ्य दे देना. Then what? If you really like my puja and today I'm not able to do, you are so restless, hold it with, and say, okay, give me that power, I can do it. You think you have been restless, but you have entertainments. What about him? आप टीवी देख सकते हो, शॉपिंग जा सकते हो. You can delve into so many things and forget it for some time. But every moment you just think of it, is it not available? Somebody knocks at the door and they says, okay, is Mr. This at home? He says, no, not at home. Not at home. But have you ever knocked that door and it said, not available, not at home? Have you ever seen that notice board ever? Have you ever heard this from anyone? It is always available. पर problem क्या है? The thing that is always available, we don't care for it. Care for it. सांसें उपलब्ध हैं. The breath is coming and going. And we take it for granted. So whom should you choose? The one who has loved you beyond your conditioning, beyond all your flaws, because वो हमें कहता है कि flaw है. हाँ भाई, flaw है तो तूने ही बनाया है. So what should you do? Choose God. And now let me tell you one beautiful thing. Have you seen people swimming upstream? Upstream means against the flow of the water. No, I have done that in my childhood because we used to love to go upstream, going against that. Because वो कहते हैं ना, you have the strength, you have the power, so you try to do all that thing. It's good. At times you should go upstreams. But this statement, what I'm going to say now, इसको, I can say again, tie a knot on that. The moment you surrender, the current begins to carry you home. It's just like this. If I have go to the ocean and I'm trying to go upstream, it's a fight. But the moment I surrender to the current, it automatically takes you home. What did you learn from that? The answer is pretty simple. That when I am trying to go and only be in the world, it's like flowing upstream, trying to swim upstream. But the moment I surrender, the stream is still flowing. शायद ये लगेगा कि मैं कुछ अचीव नहीं कर पा रहा हूं. What would be the greatest achievement of a river? Having many tributaries or reaching to the ocean? It gets into tributaries so that to find new ways to reach the ocean. So what should you do? I don't deny that you should not run upstream, but remember, mind and body, let them go upstream. The surrenderness should happen within. The moment that surrenderness happens, the stream will carry you home automatically. वो अपने आप ले जाएगा, आप कुछ नहीं कर सकते. Now tell me, is there a struggle to reach God? It's not. The struggle is not trying to reach God. But the moment you just drop yourself and you say, बोलने की भी जरूरत नहीं, वो ले जाएगा. Some people use anchor. Some people tie ropes around. Some people hold on to something and some hold it. वो कहते हैं ना, डूबते को तिनके का सहारा. ये तिनका जो संसार है वो भगवान के प्रेम के आगे नहीं टिक पाएगा. उसका जोर इतना है, आप बहते चले जाओगे. Like whenever somebody is like drowning, they said, okay, one simple thing could help me. So they try to. But this worldly small little speck cannot stop you. And especially looking at you, you have fallen into the current. in the between you can snap, you can shout. बचाओ बचाओ, क्या बचाओ, किसको बचाओ? You can keep on shouting, you can keep on dancing, whatever you do in that water. I don't know whether you can swim or not. But that current that you have fallen, it is going to take you home. मैंने क्या कहा था last time? There is a beautiful reminder. Be happy just by knowing that it is there with you. बस ये जान के ही खुश हो जाओ कि वो हमेशा तुम्हारे साथ है. That's what Ashtavakra said, right? So just be happy that you have fallen into the current. The current will carry you. You don't have to do anything. आपने देखा है ना, जब आप मंदिर जाते हो, have you ever seen, like when you go into a temple, you see a statue standing, one head in his hand, one sickle in his other hand. हाथ में एक खड्ग है, दूसरे हाथ में एक सर है. Have you seen that? Do you know what it reminds? और सिंपली एक ही चीज कहता है कि अंदर जाने से पहले अपना सर काट, फिर अंदर जाना. Cut down your head, then you go inside. What does that mean, cutting down your head? Cutting down your head is not a physical activity like Ravana did. राक्षस बन जाओगे. It is saying that ego that you carry, the identity that you carry, because you are identified with your face. The identity that you carry, the ego that you carry, keep it before there only, leave it there, then get inside it. हाँ, ये चीज करना पड़ता है. This is something that you have to do. Keep your head out, go inside. कई बार लोग चप्पल बाहर छोड़ देते हैं, लेकिन अपना ईगो लेके अंदर जाते हैं. So remember, be happy that you have fallen into the current. Here you can try to get out of that current also, because the sideway things are pretty beautiful, pretty alluring, pretty attractive. You can get sidetracked, but what did I say? Choose God. So I have told you earlier this, like there was a big banyan tree near the river and two leaves fell. One fell opposite way, the other fell face up. The one who fell opposite way, it was saying, oh, what should I do? I fell from the tree. I should go back to the tree. Let me try. It was so worried all the way because the current was carrying it. And the other one just relaxed, like relaxing in the lazy river. Now they have come up with the concept of lazy river. You just sleep and you just float on that. And just that leaf, they said, ah, finally I fell. अब तक लटक रहा था, कम से कम आज गिर गया, स्रोत तक पहुंच जाऊंगा. I was hanging all these lifetimes. At least this time I have fallen. Fall like that leaf that has been hanging for a long time. This time you have fallen, let the current carry you. Are you going home? हाँ बोलो या ना बोलो, जाओगे ही जाओगे. रोते हुए जाओगे या हंसते हुए जाओगे, ये आपके हाथ में है. You want to go while crying or while laughing, it's all yours. And that's why I choose to laugh and go. है ना? Life should be a celebration. बट लोग वेट करते हैं कि मरने के बाद सेलिब्रेशन होगा. तुम हो गए ही नहीं. जिनको सेलिब्रेट करना वो करे. You celebrate every moment, because every moment knowing that it is always with you. So what should be the mantra that you should chant now? When you say that, there is no such mantra actually, but when I felt like this is just like the stream that carries me home, it's like a nadi. So I simply said, ओम नदीनाथाय नमः. So let that stream, वो जो नदी का जो नाथ है जो मुझे बहा के ले जा रहा है, the stream that is taking me home, I see the God in it and I say Om Nadinathaya Namah. I even bow down to that stream that is carrying me home without any effort. Can that be God? Yes, absolutely. Why not? Can that be a mantra? Absolutely. What is not a mantra? So close your eyes for a moment, feel that stream that is carrying you home and say Om Nadinathaya Namah. You might laugh at this mantra because that is not a mantra anywhere written. But is the river not God? And you should bow down to that happiness of stream that you are actually feeling. वो कहते हैं ना, there is a song in Telugu they say, Hundello emundi, kallallo telustundi. That's how, right? Whatever there in your heart that you see in your eyes, right? That's what I see in your face right now. The feeling, that happiness, that river that flows in you is the thing that you see on your face. That happiness that is flowing on your face is vital. And then you just sit down happily and say, Om Nadinathaya Namah. भाई मुझे कुछ करना नहीं है, बहा के तू ही ले जा. Just take me away without any stress and distress. Om Nadinathaya Namah. Now you can open your eyes. I'm going to give you exercise for you. Try this. Even Siddharth should try this when he goes to the garden. Now there is a concept that I want to introduce, but this came into my mind when I saw that people have started making reels on that. Because it is actually one of the processes of the Siddha Parampara. Now suddenly somehow some people have gotten the half-baked idea of that. They have started making reels of it, but you can try it. It is something so profound. But before that, you should understand what I'm going to say, and then you can try that out. Now let's go back again. River की बात हो गई, जमीन पे आते हैं. That's what they said, no, like life began in water, then it came onto the land. So we are coming back to the land now. So nadi se ho gaya, like whatever water you see, like whenever you're drinking the water also, yeah, I was missing that out. Whenever you're drinking that water also, remember that is creating that stream again within you. Just drink it and Om Nadinathaya Namah. That because every moment you are drinking the water, you should remember this mantra would remind you that, oh, there is a flow that is taking you home. This water is also made by him. Drink it up. And now going to the land that I say. Now, the whisper of the trees. Bruksh ki kathaएं. Now, as you look at the tree, if you observe a plant, if you observe a tree, every leaf turns towards the sun. And every tree reaches upward, not by any instruction, but by instinct. Have you seen anyone saying, giving an instruction to the tree, hey, grow up, up, or it just grows? But there are creepers who need instructions. Trees by default grow up. Creepers need support to take them anywhere. Do you choose to be a tree or a creeper? Creeper will need a support. Creeper will be clinged to that. But you, when you choose to be a tree, you know that the tree grows by default, not by instruction. It grows by instinct, not by instruction. So, if you think like your soul is just like a tree, you will see that your soul stretch towards God. Now you should see, like, watch how a tree lets go of the leaves in the autumn. It does not mourn. It trusts. वो रोता नहीं है कि मेरे पत्ते गिर गए, वो विश्वास करता है. It trusts. So must you shed the known to become the remembered. This is profound, actually. You must shed the known to become the remembered. What you should shed? जैसे समय बीतते जाता है, like the time passes on, the body changes, it undergoes the changes. Right? So whenever these changes you are seeing it, just let go of it. It's a natural process. I don't say that you don't go to the physician until you become Raman Maharshi. Till then, yet with the knowing that this wrinkle that is falling on my face is actually telling me time is close to reach the home. It does not look like a wrinkle on my face. It looks like a reminder that I'm going home. The body is losing its texture because this home is going to fall. I am going to my true home. तो जब झुर्रियां भी गिरेगी ना, बाल सफेद होने लगेंगे, that would also become a reminder that you are going home. What a beautiful way of aging. Every single line. वो कहते हैं ना कि have you heard this? Like when you come, your hands are just like this. Right? बच्चों को देखा है ना, ऐसा हाथ मुट्ठी करके आते हैं, और ये कहा जाता है कि ये मुट्ठी करने के वजह से ही ये लाइंस बनते हैं. When that kid keeps hands folded like this, that creates that creases and creases, and that becomes the आपके हस्तरेखाएं बनती हैं उससे. So that's what they keep on saying, that if these are the way, like when the kid kept it like this, that's how my lines of my fate were drawn. When I look at all this, I see like now the God is actually creating a map for me to go home. I don't understand all this. I don't understand all this. All that I understand is the one who has created is now giving me signs. समय आ रहा है. Should I be worried कि समय आ रहा है? Like, should I be worried that, oh my God, now time to go? Or I said, wow, you have given me signs also. So you are preparing me well to go. And I choose you again over these wrinkles, over these colors, over this aging skin, over this aching body. I choose you. How beautiful that would be, right? अब झुर्रियां भी सुंदर लगने लगेंगे. And then, जब आप, when you are sitting near a tree and you see the leaf falling, every falling leaf should become a teaching of surrenderness. जैसे वो पत्ता बिना कोई डर का गिर जाता है, that leaf should be a reminder to all of us of complete surrenderness. Now, the exercise part. You can just go sit beneath a tree and just look at that. सामने बैठ जाना पेड़ के और उसे देखते रहना. And ask nothing. Just breathe and let the tree become your guide to surrender. Because what I call the tree is a silent sage. अगर आप पेड़ के पास जाके बैठो and you just look at the tree and you just look at that tree as if he is a silent sage, what teachings could it teach you? It could truly teach you to be a giver. It could truly teach you how surrenderness is. It will truly teach you how to be grounded. It will truly teach you should give the best to the things that you do. And it will teach you that still there is something that is running within it that creates everything. The soil is brown, the trunk is gray, the leaves are green, the flowers are red, the fruits are of some other color. The leaf does not taste like the fruit, the flower does not taste like the fruit, neither the branches taste like the fruit, neither the tree tastes like the fruit, but the fruit tastes amazing. Who did all this transformation? Sit in front of the tree and just listen to it, and you might get a connection. And the next thing, if you have sat by a tree for some time, and if the branches of the tree are close to your height, ये experiment कर सकते हो आप. First, create a connection with that tree. After that, just go stand where the leaf or something of the tree is close to you. If leaf is there, it is very easy to find out. Just stand near it with some distance and just ask the tree, if you are connected with me, if you are listening to me, just touch my cheek or touch on my shoulder or just touch on my head and stand there. And what if within no time, it slowly bows down and touches your shoulder, your cheek or your head? डर के मत भाग जाना वहां से, क्योंकि कुछ लोगों को लगेगा इसमें भूत है जो मेरी बातें सुन के ये कर दे रहा है. But in that space, you will come to a so amazing realization that from nowhere, there is no air, no wind blowing. Suddenly, the tree will bow down and touch you. In that moment, can you deny that you don't have a connection? Because it will listen to you. And we keep on doing it so many times. Now it's your turn to do that. Try. What is the problem? हाँ, सर्टिफिकेट मत देना अपने आप को कि अरे पेड़ ने मेरी बात नहीं सुनी, मैं तो पापी हूं. No, I'm not trying to give you a certification on that, like I have learned the art of talking to the trees now. No, I'm just simply saying creating connection. What would that indicate? That when you create a connection with nature, nature also responds back. And through that might be, if you ask it, so if you are God, अब ये बता देने से थोड़ा मुश्किल हो जाता है. People will go and ask the question every time to the tree. If this work is going to be done, touch my shoulder. If this work is not going to be done, don't touch my shoulder. I have seen people doing that. मैंने किसी को बताया, उसके बाद से वो यही करते हैं. मैं बोला क्या कर रहे हो? नहीं नहीं, आपने जो बताया ना, अब से मैं और किसी को नहीं पूछता, मैं पेड़ देवता से पूछता हूँ. I just ask the tree god. It answers. Very good, good for you. यही इसीलिए तो सिखाया था तुमको पेड़ देवता से जाके क्वेश्चन आंसर करना. But if you can just sit simply and look at it as if that is a sage or the silent sage, and you can call, like in our Vedas, Upanishad, it also says कि वृक्ष में भी देवता वास करते हैं. And if you say Om Vriksha Devataye Namah, when you are sitting near a tree, if you don't know any mantra, just sit there with closed eyes or with open eyes and just look at it. You will see like it looks like as if it is opening its arm to you. और आप ये कह सकते हो वहां बैठ के ओम वृक्ष देवताय नमः. And if you keep on chanting this for some time, an amazing connection will be there. Lucky are those people, those who are filled with trees all around their houses. Anyone from the deserted place who don't have trees or plants around you? The first one would be me, I believe. But that connection that you have with nature, nature always nurtures. Okay? So do this. ये exercise याद रहा? और पक्का पता है आज धवल जी कहीं जाने वाले हैं. कहीं पेड़ नहीं मिला तो नर्सरी में जाएंगे और नर्सरी में जाके किसी पेड़ के पास बैठ जाएंगे, बल्कि छू के बता। Now coming back. So that's how you will hear the whisper of the tree. जल हो गया, पृथ्वी हो गया. Let's talk about the fire. The fire of devotion. Devotion is not a ritual. Then what it is? My way of expressing it might be pretty typical, but I know you will love it. So क्या कहता हूं? Devotion is not a ritual. It is a storm of sweetness. ये कोई पद्धति नहीं है, ये एक बवंडर के जैसा है, मिठास से भरा हुआ. And it is the fire that cooks raw awareness into sacred offering. क्या है डिवोशन? डिवोशन इज द फायर दैट कुक्स रॉ अवेयरनेस इनटू सेक्रेड ऑफरिंग. ये उस अग्नि की तरह है जो अग्नि चावल को, जो राइस, इट वाज अनकुक्ड राइस को राइस बना देता है, जिसे आप ऑफर कर सकते हो. उसी तरीके से दैट फायर ऑफ डिवोशन इज द फायर दैट एक्चुअली कुक्स द अवेयरनेस सो दैट इट बिकम्स एन ऑफरिंग टू द गॉड. इट बिकम्स एन ऑफरिंग टू द डेटी. इट बिकम्स एन ऑफरिंग टू द डिवाइन. ऐसा होना चाहिए आपकी डिवोशन, द भक्ति. एंड व्हेन यू लव विदाउट एजेंडा, जब आपके अंदर कोई एजेंडा नहीं है, व्हेन यू लव विदाउट एन एजेंडा, you become a temple. And in that temple, when you have become that temple, or have experienced that temple within you, when you weep without shame, you become a river. What's the difference here? When you weep without shame, it becomes the river. What does that mean? अगर मैं आसमान की तरफ देखूं, if I look at the sky and I say, oh my God, the cloud has started crying. आसमान आज रोने लगा है. कोई नहीं कहता आसमान रोने लगा है, वे कहते हो आसमान बरसने लगा है. इट हैज स्टार्टेड रेनिंग, एंड इट इज नॉट रेनिंग विद शेम. एंड व्हेन यू क्राई विदाउट शेम, दैट बिकम्स द रिवर. जैसे आसमान बिना कोई त्रुटि का बारिश बन के गिरता है और नदी बन के समंदर तक चला जाता है, द वे यू स्टार्ट क्राइंग विदाउट शेम, it is no more tears, it becomes the river that runs towards the ocean. इसीलिए कहते राधा एक धारा है. कैसी धारा है राधा? राधा ऐसी धारा है जो निरंतर कृष्ण की तरफ बहती चली जाती है. इट कीप्स ऑन गोइंग टुवर्ड्स कृष्ण. इसीलिए कहते राधा धारा है. जब आपके आंखों से आई कुडंट से दिस, जब आप राधा बन के आपके आंखों से धारा बहती है, तब कृष्ण रूपी समंदर प्रकट हो सकता है. That could be way of, like, when you cry without shame, you become a river. I could say, like, Meera once sang before a stone idol of Krishna. Oh Krishna, if you are not in this stone, let it melt with my tears. And it is said the idol smiled that day. कि उसकी पुकार ऐसी थी कि उस पुकार से वो पिघल गया. What's devotion? The devotion is just like that. Remembering Radha, can we just close our eyes and just remember what she would have said. Om Prema Swarupaya Krishnaya Namaha. Om Prema Swarupaya Krishnaya Namaha. ऐसा कृष्ण जो प्रेममय है, the one in whose devotion everything melts. I bow down to that Krishna, the embodiment of true love. And let me give you a profound statement to remember. Where love dances, God appears. जहां प्रेम नाचता है वहां भगवान प्रकट हो जाता है. Wherever love dances, God appears. But कैसे? How? That is more important. Barefoot and smiling. जहां प्रेम नाचने लगता है वहां भगवान प्रकट हो जाता है नंगे पैर हंसते हुए. And that's love, I believe. God does not think like, which sandal should I wear today to go and reach out to you? Because it dances the moment you dance. You remember in Shivratri, I was saying, like, when you are lying down and thinking of God and singing about God, He sits by your side. When you are sitting and remembering God and singing about Him, He's standing by your side. When you are standing and thinking and singing about God, it is rotating around you. And when you start rotating around it and you start dancing, it becomes your dance. And that's where I said, when love dances, God appears barefoot, smiling. What a devotion that could be. What a dance it would be. Amazing. So as you have come to this place, let me remind you something again. The reminder would be so profound. What is the great remembering? The remembering is you are not learning anything new. You are remembering what your soul already knows. मैं जो कुछ भी बोल रहा हूं, जो कुछ भी बता रहा हूं, whatever I am speaking, whatever I am telling, you already know that, don't you? My words are indications. My words are pointers. But you know where it is being pointed to. Or else when I said राधा के आंसू नहीं होते, राधा जब रोने लगती है तो कृष्ण प्रकट हो जाते, when I keep on saying all these things, how do you feel that? Why do you feel that? Because somehow, somewhere deep down within you, you already know that. I am just asking you to remember it. नया कुछ नहीं बता रहा हूं. I'm not telling anything new. It's all that you already know in your heart. It's all that you already know in your soul. All the paths, all the scriptures, all the teachers, they are just mirrors. But the reflection is always you as God. Or I can change it. The reflection is always God as you. Now you go, you stand in front of the mirror and you say, oh, this is the image of God. Then what? Then nothing. You become the God. Although you drive a Mercedes Benz or you walk barefoot towards the temple. Always remember, either you are the image of God or the God is just appearing as its image in you. Very heavy words, right? Let me make it heavier because you people have traveled far. When the knower, the known, and the knowing become one, God is revealed. When the knower, the known, and the knowing becomes one, God is revealed. Let's do something. Close your eyes. Close your eyes. आंखें बंद कर लो. So when you close your eyes, just whisper your name slowly first. पहले आपका जो नाम है ना, उसे बोलो. जो नाम आपको दिया गया है, जो नाम आप अपना मानते हो, वो चाहे सुमा हो, कमलेंदर हो, उषा हो, प्रीति हो, नीलिमा हो, नवनीत हो, रत्ना हो, आभा हो, विद्या सुंदरी हो, रजनी हो, जयप्रदा हो, लक्ष्मी हो, सौम्याश्री हो, कल्याणी हो, वाणी हो, शिवोहम हो, सुधा हो, रेवती हो, सरोजिनी हो, दीपिका हो, संध्या हो, साई सत्या हो, फाल्गुनी हो. ऑल दिस पीपल नेम्स आर ऑन माई स्क्रीन राइट नाउ. अब कोई भी हो, अपना नाम पहले अपने आप से बोलो. विस्पर योर नेम. Because it is said that there is no sweeter name in this world than your name. आपके नाम से मधुर नाम कुछ नहीं होता. And you are so connected to your name. So just close your eyes and whisper your name continuously. Let's say I can keep on saying Manas, 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 Manas. Keep on saying that. Like you can say your name. Just slowly repeat it for some time. And now slowly replace that name with I am. सिर्फ और सिर्फ दो वर्ड. I am. If you noticed a shift of calmness within you, कि जब मैं अपना नाम ले रहा था और जब मैं ये कहने लगा हूं कि I am, I am, I am. The moment you start saying that, if you feel that shift, if you are feeling much more calm and quiet, stay there for a moment. उधर ही रुक जाओ. Stop there. And in this moment, you are not a seeker. You are the sought. इस क्षण में जब आप ये कहते हो कि मैं हूं, I am, you are no more the seeker. You are not the one who is searching. You have become the one who is being sought, one who is searched. And when this state appears, what do? Then you speak out the Mahavakya. Now you replace that I am with Aham Brahmasmi. With conviction, with trust, with devotion, with dedication, with complete surrender, and with knowing. Aham Brahmasmi. And now repeat that word within you. And while you are there chanting this, for now you can open your eyes, and this can be another simple way of meditation that you can do. 3 steps. First, take your name. Second, replace that with I am. Then the third, Aham Brahmasmi. Why? The first one is the illusion that I am this. Then you say, I am. May this is, I am not this. I am. मैं सिर्फ और सिर्फ ये नहीं हूं, मैं हूं. Then you third say, what are you? Aham Brahmasmi. I am that divine. A 3-step simple meditation which you can do anytime. No restrictions, nothing. कर सकते हो ना? You have 2 minutes time, you just sit, you do that. And you know what will happen by doing that? A journey will begin. A journey returning to the womb of God. And now, जब हम ये कहते हैं ना जर्नी 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 जर्नी, व्हाट इफ आई से you actually never left? You never left. So what is this journey all about? What if you are only dreaming of separation? क्या ये हो सकता है कि मैं सिर्फ सपना देख रहा हूं ये मानते हुए कि मैं उससे अलग हो गया हूं? I have separated myself from it. Do you really feel separated? After all that you have done by now, since the beginning of this session, or you feel so close to it? जैसे मक्खन से चिकनाहट को दूर नहीं किया जा सकता. You cannot remove that greasiness from that cheese, right? Can you? You cannot separate yourself from God. It's innate nature. And that's why I can call you. We keep on saying Aham Brahmasmi. Why? Because I would say, awaken, awaken, O beloved. You have always been in his lap, wrapped in the breath of eternity. हमेशा से. And that's why this is not a journey forward. It is falling inward. It is not becoming, it is unbecoming until only love remains. Because there is no distance between you and the God, except the thought that he is far. So, what should you do? Walk slowly, speak softly, but love fiercely. And in all things, see him. Because you came from love, for love, into a world craving love. Now become that. Just become that. What would you? In this moment, you can chant something like Om Param Prema Rupaya Namah. Om Param Prema Rupaya Namah means, may I become that source of that love that the world is craving for, the creation is looking forward to, I have been asking for. Now it is the time, not to ask for it, but to become that. Shall I continue? Some places breakfast का time हो गया है. It's okay. Shall I continue? Because I don't see like these things ending. मेरा यही समाप्त नहीं होते, मैं आगे कब जाऊंगा? But I believe like the entirety of weaving this entire session was to make sure like nothing, absolutely nothing stays away from divine. You cannot not connect with God. And this entire session, that what I'm doing, yesterday I got a thought. How about compiling it as pointers, small little points? Then convert that into a PDF and distribute it among all of us. So that it keeps on reminding you. You can go back, refer to it. I know by saying that my work becomes more, but आप लोग इतने अच्छे हो कि करने को मन करता है. You all are so good that I think okay, चलो कर लेते हैं. So I'll try to do that. But would that help? How about coming up with a small little book, छोटा सा, and every page just has this. कुछ नहीं है उसमें, एक लाइन है, एक प्रोफाउंड स्टेटमेंट आएगा, उसके नीचे उसका एक कनेक्टिंग स्टेटमेंट आएगा. And there are only 4 lines in the entire page. छोटा सा book, a pocket book might be. And you hold it and you say, wow. Don't you think all that we have been speaking are so amazing and profound there? And I learned it recently from Revati ji that how small little things can be so profound. I don't know whether I should speak this or not. Revati ji, can I? So you all know like she has, she uses like that a small little gada is there, right? So the story that she was narrating yesterday, and by the way, yesterday she got a Mercedes actually. So I don't want to speak that also. So बस छोटे छोटे steps ले रहे वो कह रहे. एक small little गधा है उसको, right? That is from the oldest Hanuman temple, वहां पे पूजा करके ये लाए. She just got it for home, and after that seeing it from home, she just posted one small little post on the Instagram. Not to sell, not to do anything as such. Then she calls me yesterday and she says, okay, no, might be day before yesterday or yesterday. I don't remember the first talk that we had. She says like, as she speaks, I try to imitate her. Manasji, could you believe? I said, yeah, I would believe. What is that I cannot believe? You know how crazy this world people are. Like, I didn't knew that itself. Like so many people like Gada. I'm trying to do my best, Revati ji, but I'm not able to do the way you speak. He said, do you really know? I said, what? I got an order. Well, how much is the order? Would you believe 120 pieces of order? I said, wow, that's great. No, that's not great. You don't know what has happened in the past week. I said, what happened? 52,000 orders have come to me. Just like look at all your face. I was also jaw dropped. From nowhere. Now she is crazy. My God, I never knew. क्या कहोगे इसे? How do you say? That's what I say. You have fallen now? Let the river carry you. It will not only take care of your divine essence, it will take care of your worldly endeavors. No, he is having a good problem. She is having a good problem now. All the makers of them are have raised their hands. You find more people. We cannot handle such kind of things. No, she is searching all around. देखा, इसे कहते हैं भगवान जब देता है ना गदा से देता है कहते हैं. And truly it is really good one. I just don't wanted to bring it, but we keep on celebrating all our successes of this family, right? इसीलिए कहता हूँ शेयर करो, शेयर करें तो हम शेयर कर सकते हैं. If you keep your success to your own self, it's good. But what about sharing it with the family? Great. Coming back. अच्छा हम कुछ बह गए शायद नदी में जाके. Uh, now, why did I said let's come back? You know, every statement leads me somewhere. Yeah, blessings of the entire family. इसीलिए कहते बोलो स्वर्ण आकर्षण भैरव महाराज की जय. Now, अब आभा जी मुझसे गुस्सा हो सकते हैं, लेकिन चलेगा आभा जी, आपका गुस्सा हम संभाल लेंगे. But now, whenever I say a statement, whenever I keep on saying something, you always know that when you turn the page, something new is beginning. Now, all these talks, when I spoke to you, after this excitement, what if I say, close your eyes and mirror and become that mirror that is reflecting silence? Because in chaos, you cannot be silent. In happiness, you can be. So with this success that you are hearing, this happiness that you actually shared, like she shared, and you all just got it. Just for a moment, close your eyes and try to become that mirror which is reflecting silence. Now you can ask me, what silence? What if I say the silence of Shiva? Now you are becoming the mirror in which the silence of Shiva is reflecting. When you see that you have become the mirror and the silence of Shiva is reflecting, you will actually become like Arunachala. What is Arunachala? अगर छंदी विच्छेद करते हो, like if you break it into two words, Aruna, Shiva, Achala means the Achala Shiva. The Shiva that is unmoving, the Shiva that is unshaking, the Shiva that is grounded. Now, when you reflect the silence of Shiva, you become Arunachala. You become unshakable, unmovable, grounded, silent, unspeaking, yet profound. Its presence is not spoken, its presence is felt. Do you feel the wave of that joy within you? Do you experience that stillness? It is actually very difficult to contain that within you. So that's why you will stretch. Your body cannot contain that. You feel like, oh, I should actually break it off. But that's where you reflect. So you can open your eyes now. One more meditation that is been given to you is at times when you just have time and you are just sitting. In that moment, just say to yourself, let me become the mirror that reflects the silence of Shiva. And now Just like that. Just like that, you will experience Arunachalam, the unmoving self. कितना समय लगेगा? See, it becomes difficult to open your eyes now. That's what Shiva is all about. Even if you try to imitate or reflect it, you become that. And then you feel like, और आगे कुछ करने की जरूरत नहीं है, यहीं बैठने दो. It just becomes like, wow. Because silence is not the absence of sound. It is the presence of God without interruption. And when you fall into silence, you meet the one who never left. And always remember, your silence is his speech. And now you are utilizing the sacred language, the para. Because every silence is the sacred language. And when you are sitting in this space and conversing with the wordless language, the language of silence, let God arrive in the stillness. You are silent and it is still. And that's a beautiful reflection. The divine is still, you are silent. The conversation happens without words. And that's why it is called the para. No words, no talks, no thoughts, no sentences. No mantra, no jap. No image, nothing. Just listening. Listening to the stillness of God. Listening to the whisper of silence. Speaking in the silent language of para. Slowly open your eyes. How do you feel? What meditation did you did? That's what is called as the meditation of silence. और वो कहते हैं ना मुझे मंत्र आता है ना जाप आता है ना पूजा. I don't know anything. But I know only one thing. Sitting in your silence. And when I sit in your silence, you appear. And you also appear so without noise. I feel your stillness within me. Ram, 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 Ram. Ram, 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 Ram. Ram, 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 Ram. Ram, 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 Ram. Ram, 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 Ram. So while this elixir of this name rings in your ears and you are still and silent within yourself, I would like to let you go into the world, testing you whether you can truly forget the divine. Because we have turned the tables today. I don't go into the world and forget God. I go into the world remembering that it never forgets me. I don't look at the people with chaos anymore because I know जब कोई नहीं होगा तू साथ होगा. When no one is there, you will be there. जब कोई नहीं था तब तू था, जब कोई नहीं है तब तू है, जब कोई नहीं रहेगा तब भी तू रहेगा. जान चुका हूं मैं तुझे. I have started knowing you. How did I started knowing you? Because you have started teaching me. And in this knowing, there is no seeking. In this knowing, it is becoming. Now I have realized that I thought I loved, but now I realize it was you. And I have learned that everything I see, everything I hear, everything I feel, even my restlessness, I now know it's the river dancing. The river dancing knowing that it is going home. And when that love is mixed in that river and the river is dancing, the God appears barefoot, smiling. Now, in this moment, can you tell me who is closer to you, your breath or your God? May this feeling be yours forever. बोल राधा रमण लाल की जय। बोल वृंदावन बिहारी लाल की जय। बोल बांके बिहारी लाल की जय। और अब हम राधा की जय नहीं कहेंगे, हम सिर्फ यही कहेंगे, राधा 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 राधा, जब तक राधा धारा ना बन जाए जीवन की, और वो धारा आधार ना बन जाए जीवन का। और ये कौन कर सकता है? यही कहते हैं कि जब आपको राधा और कृष्ण से भयंकर प्रेम होता है, भयंकर कह रहा हूं मैं, शब्द का वही, आई हैव चूजन द वर्ड करेक्टली। जब राधा और कृष्ण से आपको भयंकर प्रेम होता है तो शिव आता है, और जब शिव से भयंकर प्रेम होता है तो राधा और कृष्ण आते हैं। एंड व्हेन आई से इंटेंस, इंटेंस लव, walk slowly, speak softly, but love fiercely. और हरे कृष्ण 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 हरे हरे, हरे राम 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 हरे हरे। राम कौन है? राधा और माधव, तो वो राम है। इसीलिए शिव कहते हैं राम और राम कहते हैं शिव। May you keep marinated in this. May your life be वो उछलते कूदते खेलती हुई नदी की तरह आप उस सागर तक पहुंच जाए। ये गागर का पानी सागर बन जाए। May this water of this pot become the ocean. May all the doors that I have closed towards him also remind me that the doors are him as well. All the time I keep on forgetting him. I don't forget with fear. I forget with conviction that it remembers me now. Just like the cowherd boy, Krishna would carry all the cows home despite wherever they go. सोचो, गोधूल का समय है और गाय अपने हिसाब से चर रही हैं, और वो बाल ग्वाल कृष्ण सबको इकट्ठा कर घर ले जाते हैं। उसी भांति, लाइक जस्ट लाइक दैट मोमेंट व्हेन द काउ हर्ड बॉय कम्स एंड गैदर्स ऑल द काउस टुगेदर टू टेक होम, मे बी वी आर जस्ट लाइक दैट काउस। May the cowherd boy come, bring us together, take us home. Govinda, Govinda. So इसी के साथ with this I would like to bring a stop to my words and my belief, like my words ring a bell within you. The bell of that temple. And when the bell of the temple rings, it seems the divine awakes. So may my words become that ringing of the bell in the temple of yours, and may the divine awaken within you. If the divine sleeps again, I will return to ring the bell again. And as I said, some people sleep like that kid and listen everything. Who is angry? The question that the kid asked. Find out who is angry. Then you can be angry on me. And that's why I say, find out who is the seeker. Then he will come to realize that the seeker is no one but the one who is the sought. So may the blessings of that divine always be within you, on your family, and all the people around you. May the grace of the divine fall on its creation. May it shine brighter with every speck of you. And may you become that mirror in which the silence and stillness of Shiva reflects. Har Har Mahadev Shiva Shambhu Shankaraya Namo Namaha. So Haribhai, if you are still around, you can take over. Thank you everyone for listening to my ढंग के बेढंगे shabd, means the words that make meaning, the words that don't make meaning. So whichever way, whatever way I could bring it to you, the half-baked cake or the full-baked bakery, in whichever way it brought. And you should be, I don't know whether you should be happy or sad because I am not completed with this session yet. So you can be sad, अरे कब शुरू होगा अगला session, or you can be happy that still things are left, that he is not going to leave until he makes me completely that. That's why we finally say, Aham Brahmasmi Tattvamasi. Hari bhai,